How you doing? Welcome to the Shack. My name's James Whittaker. I'm joined today by James Savage, the National Club Golfer Equipment Editor, and we're going to be looking at the Ping 3-iron against the Ping crossover.
Yeah, that's right. Really exciting club when the Ping crossover was launched. I think people were unsure: is it a long iron? Is it a hybrid? Is it a driving iron? But one thing is for sure, it was very popular.
It was, yeah.
That obviously people were thinking, well, if that's a long iron, that's going to be a bit easier to hit, give me a bit of help. Don't like hybrids because a lot of people don't. It was definitely one for those people. And Ping, I think we're almost a little bit overwhelmed by the demand for the crossover, and they couldn't get them out quick enough because people wanted to give them a try. I've given them a try. I've got one in the bag at the moment.
Okay. What, do you find it really easy to hit? Is it a confidence thing?
I find it, for me, I find a 4-iron I'm very inconsistent with a 4-iron, and I would only ever really dream about hitting a 4-iron if I'm pegging it up on a par 3, or if I'm maybe sat up nicely in just like a little bit of semi-rough or something like that. It's like almost has to be like perfect conditions. Whereas I feel with the crossover, it's a little bit more versatile, different kinds of lies. It's a great option, and off the tee as well. And I just feel like I'll use it more times in a round. And plus, for me, hybrid I'm a high spin player, a bit cutty and high spin, and hybrid for me sometimes, if it's windy, it's a no-go club.
You lose control.
Yeah, so I can sometimes hit like a nice sort of bit of a lower shot with the crossover as well. So for me personally, 17 handicapper, it's definitely preferable to me to a long iron. Whether or not better players will find the same, I'm not sure.
Okay, right. So we're going to get the big hitter.
Yeah.
See what he's.
Get him out.
Yeah. As we do, yeah. See how he performs. There we go. We started off with the 3-iron.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's an I series. I think he was hitting.
Yeah. Ping I 3-iron. What would you be sort of like expecting, to kind of see between the two? So that's his sort of first shot with a 3-iron, 200 yards carry. I'm guessing that's
not bad for your first one, is it?
Yeah,
really?
right thereabouts.
Yeah.
So what would you think, looking at it from his numbers before, would he be expecting that carry number to be with a 3-iron?
Yeah, 210, 215 carry is definitely where he's going to be looking at. I just, with an iron, I think he'd be able to, hit a more consistent shot, control his spin a little bit more.
So you think he'd be more consistent with the long iron than the crossover?
Yeah, okay. Especially our big hitter, because he's got a lot of power. His club head speed's up there, so he's less loft. It's not going to worry him too much because he's got a lot of club head speed, and the spin will be always there. I
mean, I'd be thinking that the crossover would maybe offer a little bit more forgiveness on anything not out the middle, whereas I think the 3-iron, it's you probably got to hit it, quite well out the middle.
Yeah.
But we'll see how he gets on. He's going nicely with the 3-iron at the moment. There you go. Yeah.
So he's hit his 3 shots, and we've got a nice mix there of 209, 209, 201, something like So he's he's pretty consistent at the 210 mark.
Yeah.
And the spin was always around the 4,000. So. That's really controlled. Nice ball flight. So let's see how this crossover performs. But I mean, the big things here, ball speed's going to be strong, isn't it? I mean, that's.
You'd think so. I think you get a little bit more pop off the face with the crossover, definitely.
Yeah.
Just to look at the club, there's a bit more club there, isn't there? It's a little bit chunky. You might get a little bit more flex off that face.
Yeah. Do you think that would put a bit better player off? Because you can see the bulk off behind the back.
Possibly. I mean, I know sometimes better players, they don't like to see like the sort of like the back edge of the club address. They just like to see that sort of top line, and that's it. Wow, there you go. So straight away.
Yeah, that's a big change. That is. So similar spin.
Yeah. Similar
height, really. I mean, maybe just a little bit higher, but that's considerably further, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's another good one as well. Yeah. This is. Oh, look at that.
Wow.
That's 10 yards further than the first one.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it seems to me that there's a bit of difference between you know, when you absolutely rip one with the crossover, seems like you can get that little bit
jump
of
off the fade,
extra carry, which, you know, for a better player, if they've got an iron or a hybrid or a crossover, they're going to be using it to attack a green 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
So they want that number to be consistent. And that's why, you know, the better players, you know, probably have a bit more faith in their longer irons, and it's the worse players like myself that are more likely to go for a hybrid, because I just can't consistently hit those long irons, and you almost, the payoff is, well, I might get one that flies off on me a little bit, but I'm not going to just sort of thin it and it's going to go, you know, 10 yards. So it's a definite trade-off, and I think for the better player, they're probably going to be more consistent with the long irons anyway.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. If you can see that there, I mean, 218 all the way up to 235. That for a good player, that's too big a gap with one club out of 3 shots.
Yeah, 217 to 234.
Yeah.
That's, you know, say 225s on the green, you know, your 217s in the front bunker and your 234s over the back.
Yeah, you can't be affording to do that. Whereas the 3-iron, the bad one was 8 yards shorter than, you know, than the other two. So
yeah.
But
I mean, you know, I know Ping would be at pains to say that the crossover is not a driving iron. You know, because I think they just genuinely see it as more of a genuine long iron replacement, you know, for those sort of like approach shots. But looking at those numbers, if you are going to use it as an option off the tee, sometimes you know an extra 10-15 yards carry, it's a bonus, isn't it?
It's a cracking golf club off the tee, I'd imagine. Yeah, good fun to hit. I mean, you can stand there and just hit it as hard as you want, and and dispersion was good on all 3 shots, wasn't it? So you know, you're going to get 20 yards extra, you're over the moon, aren't you? So that's a good one. So, but so basically what we'd say there is, if you're looking for a bit of ball speed, crossover is a cracker. For forgiveness, the crossover ticks a load of boxes. But if you're looking for real consistency and you've got club head speed already, stick with your 3-iron.
Yeah, I'd just like another point to throw in, like I touched on earlier about variety of lies. I mean, we're hitting off almost the most perfect surface that you could imagine here. So he's not going to struggle with his long iron there. I wonder out on the course, if you've kind of come off the fairway and you're in a little bit of a, you know, your ball's maybe sat down a little bit, whether or not that crossover is just going to help you sort of get that launch out of a worse lie.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll speak to the big hitter. We'll get his diary sorted and we'll get him out on the course.
I think so. It's about time, isn't it? It spends far too long.
We'll do that when we get
playing some real golf.
Yeah, let's see what happens out on the course. That'll be a good one as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah, no, very, very interesting to see, because you know, we want to test the clubs as much in golf course conditions as you can, and you know, when you're on an absolutely perfect lie on here, most players are not going to have too much difficulty. And that's where I think the crossover comes into its own, because I've used it out on the course, and I've, you know, go for it when I'm not on a perfect lie, and it seems to work better than the long iron for me in that situation. So.
Right, I'm going to make a note of that, and I'm going to arrange that, James.
Noted.
So thanks for coming down today. Hope you've enjoyed that video, and we hope to see you again soon. I hope you enjoyed that video. Look out for more videos at the Golf Shack Academy. Like us on Facebook, send us a tweet, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.